So now it says you're live. Hey everybody, SuzyQue here, and welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics. And on the phone, I've got one fish, two fish, ROC. All my friends are in another chat. All my friends are somewhere else. Thank you, Miss Elizabeth. Oh my gosh. Yay! That's so funny. Okay, I'm going to get off the phone with one fish, two fish, because she's a love. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Oh my gosh. So I want to hit my button that says, that was easy. But it so wasn't easy. But welcome, everybody. Oh my goodness. I practiced private, did fine. I played around with OBS, fail, but I expect that. But then I went to go on and it just, the go live button was gray. That's all right. Oh, look at you guys came over from the other chat. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. You know, I was sweating it. I'm like, oh my God, they're all going to move on to something else, which I don't blame you, but this is my 7th live stream on Sunday night, and it has become my high point of my week because I just love sitting here connecting with everybody. So thank you so much. So Daryl came over, thank you, and Donald Fish Vibes. You are on. Mr. B's. Hey, Q. Hey, Mr. B. How's Mrs. B? One fish, two fish? Yes, I did. Oh, Candy. I feel so bad for your hail. That scares me more than anything. I was in my convertible one time when a hailstorm started. Oh, yeah. It's all good. Okay. Jess Shrimp Granny made it. Thank you. Oh, Candy, thank you so much for helping people find me. Yay. Thank you. Re-hit that like button. Yeah, I could understand if you didn't want to hit the like button right away, but and now where's Funk? I hope he wasn't in a storm, was he? Rounded Rob says, no, I'm here. Where's Funk? Right, where is Funk? I hope he wasn't in a storm and something happened to his internet. The fish fam is the best. And so is No Salt BP. Thank you, No Salt. Thank you. So thank God there's no bristleworms in that pond. Oh, is the reefer, what's his name? Reefin Rican. Oh, I get it. Reefin Rican. That's great. Are you on here? Can we talk bristleworms? Oh my gosh. Did anybody see my video? I know I do mostly freshwater and some reptiles, but this saltwater tank had 2 or 3 bristlenose, and they were the creepiest thing. Bristleworms. And it went from here all the way down to here, and it was as thick as my pinky, and it was the creepiest thing I have ever seen. Nature's beauty. Hey, Nature's beauty. Those bristleworms were so creepy. Ray Conway. Hi, Ray. She is good. We were at the drive-in together. Oh, hi, Mrs. B. What are you watching? The drive-in? I don't think there's any drive-ins around here. So Chewy was listening to the Doobie Brothers. Well, you got to say which one. You're welcome. Thank you, Candy. I mean that. Hey, Jack and Dan. Dan Slee is lurking and listening. Oh, wet hands. I love having wet hands. Thirsty Rabbit, thanks to you for having me last night. It was tons of fun. Is Thirsty on here? Oh, there he is. I'm in right spot now. What's going on, Thirsty? Fountains Aquatics. Hey, fish keepers. You can post the link again. Candy is probably still chatting and not paying attention. You're so funny. Mr. Moore, Matthew Moore Cichlids. You changed it, forgot. What's up? He's in the shed. Is that a she shed? This is my she shed. And it's filled with fish and pond stuff. That's my she shed. I love that commercial, the she shed. So I'm still waiting to hear, Chewy, which Doobie Brothers. Ah. You filling in for King and Queen. Oh, so Scott and Liz aren't going to come on tonight. They are struggling with a horrible decision that they might have to make with their puppy Mimi. And so if we could just keep them in our prayers. I know Liz just loves her babies. And I know that feeling, so I feel horrible. So I don't think Scott and Liz are going on tonight. So let's keep positive vibes going. And no, I could never fill in for them because they are amazing. They are amazing. I'm pretty sure one of my younger sisters was conceived during a Sonny and Cher. J Dog, yeah, there's quite a few people that have joined your party. I love that pond, Susan. Thank you so much. I came out today and I think I startled my yellow belly slider because not only did I hear a splash, I heard skunk. So I think it kind of like skimmed off a rock, but I have seen her since, and they're pretty tough creatures. Yeah, keep your thoughts going out to Mimi, Scott, and Liz. It is the worst. Absolute worst. 54. Hey, Pam, you made it. Thanks. Oh. Yeah. So who made that pond behind me? JDog1 Party RE. Welcome to my channel. And I just subbed to you, as a matter of fact, so I can't wait to see what you're about. But I'm about this pond. I built this pond, and as I started digging, I only got maybe halfway done, a foot down, and I was in way over my heads. And I have some amazing children, and they joined in, and they took over, and they did so much of the work. I think they did more of the work than I did as far as the digging goes. And then I've been collecting rocks. And I put together a playlist if you want to see how I did it. But it goes down, it's about 2,000 gallons. And I've had some struggles with it. But it's absolutely very, very relaxing. So I made that pond behind me. And I have some mini ponds all over my yard because I just love the water features. Just thank you for asking. And somebody's saying right back at you, Chewy. Yep. Welcome everybody to my live stream. And no salt. Now, I know we have different dietary needs, but if you guys want to check out it's not just an amazing cooking channel for healthy cooking lifestyle. She talks and she gets real. So check out No Salt BP. It's absolutely amazing. It's like you will love her because she gets real and she gets real fast. One of my favorite channels. And Lumpy said, I just realized we can see the fish in the pond. Can you? I actually changed where I keep my webcam. I noticed when I was trying to adjust my webcam that there was a screw for a stereotypical tripod. So I have it on my tripod now behind my laptop. And I tried to get it a little higher because when I was playing around with it, the sun was out trying to move the glare. And now it's like, I'm glad you could see some of the fish. That's cool. And I do have some funny stories about these fish. So somebody posted on Facebook, I've got some goldfish free to a good home. Bring a bucket. Oh, look at my daughter in the background. That's my Colleen. That's my youngest. Love you. She also helped dig this pond. So as soon as I saw that post on Facebook, man, I had my net, my bucket, and I went over there, and I'm thinking I was going to get some goldfish. Well, there had to have been at least 10 goldfish about this big. They didn't fit in the bucket. I kept going back and forth, back and forth. So that was pretty cool. But there are 4 koi in there as well. So I think I'm at my bio load, especially when I added my 3 turtles. 2 different people surrendered 3 turtles to me this year that were all over 8 or 10 years old. 2 red ear sliders about this big, Sonic and Rascal, and a yellow belly, Gina. And I see Gina, she's very social. I see her all the time. The sliders, they slide away. So I don't see them as much. But I'm glad that you can see those fish. Oh, you can. That's so cool. Jack and Dan says, hey, Suzy, there is still a drive in North Ridgeville We go. Oh, there is a drive-in. Is there? North Ridgeville. Is that in New Jersey? That nearby? I think that would be a hoot to go to a drive-in. You know, bring my own food. Now, of course, it's got to be keto-friendly food this time of year for me because I'm a little nutball that way. I would love to go to a drive-in. Pond cheerleaders. Isn't that great? Rob is in the house. Hey, Rob. Oh, yeah. Let those koi grow out. And I worry. And let me tell you what I worry about. Right across the street is the Delaware River, or right behind me is a Delaware Canal. So I'm right between two large bodies of water, and I see some heron going back and forth. And so far, this is season 2, and there have been no issues. Now, it might help that we have an American bulldog, that this is her yard, and I don't think a heron would last very long if she tried to land, but I've heard that they're pretty quick and pretty sly. So, and that's the main reason I have stayed away from bright yellow fish. Now, I don't know if that's a wives' tale, but I was told the bright yellow fish will attract the birds more. But I do have some cats in the neighborhood that like to stick their paw in there. I don't think they're going to catch anything. Turtles are an upkeep. Yes, they are. That means that you're changing the tank all the time. I have some inside that are babies in tanks. Out here, there is a lot of waste. Detritus. Detritus. But you're just doing water changes. And this year, we've had so many storms that it's natural water changes. What I'm struggling with is getting a log in here. I want to get a log that goes from the bottom of the pond up to the bridge. Because right now, they come out on the rock. And if they get distracted wherever they come out, and I'm just so afraid, like even though I have fences set up, that I'm going to, lose one too. We thought we actually lost one, I forget when it was, a couple weeks ago. And my daughter, so kind, and my oldest one, Amy, she went in the pond, dove under, well, not head under, but dove under. That was very loud. Dove under and started searching for turtles. And I've also put the GoPro down there to see if I can count turtles. And I counted 3. Then I had to study their face to see their markings to make sure I wasn't counting the same turtle twice. Oh my gosh, I watched GoPro footage. Jess Shrimp Granny says, 1 fish, 2 fish. I absolutely love meeting you ladies at AE. Y'all are amazing. No, y'all are amazing. Are you going to AE this year again? Liz is going. More than likely. I'm going. I just heard Deemer's not going. That would be sad. And what about B-Stag? Is he going? Aquatics. I also do playlist rates to help others with their hours. Oh, yes. No Salt BP not only will watch your playlist if you're monetized, if she watches your commercials. It's really, really good. So even out of respect, if I didn't like her stuff, which I love her videos, so it's easy to do, I watch her stuff all the time. Her content is good. Her conversations are real. So check her out. Oh, yeah, version 2.0. We're all going. We're going. I'm excited about it. Oh, man, my thing just... I know that Kaler Aquatic has a bunch of waste wood right now. Where's Kaler at? Bob, aren't you down in, like, one of the southern states? Because I think y'all talk, like, you're down there. I did just come back from Virginia. That was a beautiful motorcycle ride. Oh my gosh, it was absolutely gorgeous. I stopped at a fish store. I did a video on it because that fish store had, as soon as you walked in, it had these gorgeous silver arowanas, peacock bass. And then as soon as I walked in, the people were so nice. They were like, do you want to feed them for you? I'm like, yeah, please. So that was good. J-Dog, do you have any content? That's the best way to receive help. That's so true. Listen to No Salt. I'm glad, J-Dog, you got No Salt, because she'll tell you. Hey, Lacey's place. Lacey's in the house. Lacey and her gator, man. How did that not, like, you were so calm. I don't think I've ever seen an alligator in real life. Not yet. You were so calm though. I was like, oh, I'll just be nice if you're nice. I would have like put my hand under the dock and I saw that, I'd been like, ah. It was bad enough when I freaked out when I saw those bristle worms. Can't even imagine the gator. You're so cool though. Poor Bob. That is awful. So lucky his house. And oh my gosh, wasn't that horrible? When I saw his thumbnail saying something about his summer tubbin flew away in a storm. Oh my gosh, he is very lucky. He's very lucky. Jack and I do wellness videos all the time. I'm actually a wellness coordinator and an RN for almost 30 years, but our tanks are our biggest hobby. And no salt is really good with her no salt cooking and lowering her cholesterol. Check out, you guys should get together and do some collabs. I'm going to try to go. Oh, I lost it. Where is my motorcycle? Joe, where are you at, Joe? Because I'll pick you up and put you on my back. Come on. What would you do if I showed up at your house with my goggles and my bike, Joe? Would you get on the back? Because I'll take you someplace. I got neighbors coming home. They're probably looking at me. It was a baby. Oh, because it was a baby gator, it made it more gentle. So if a baby gator came after you, would you be faster than the gator? So I guess I don't know enough about crocodilians. And I love saying crocodilians. Okay, I'm back. Welcome back, Matt Moore. Welcome, welcome. Denny's fish tanks in the house. KG Cichlids. Nice to meet you. Check out some of your vids. You'll probably dig them. I think they're talking. That's good. How is the gardening? Matthew Moore. Liz is asking, how's your gardening? Because I can't wait to see pictures of Elizabeth's garden. One Fish, Two Fish, ROC. I can't wait to see her pictures of her garden. Hey, Kevin. Oh, that just, crocodilians can move at about 30 miles per hour or so. Oh, man. Baby gators are fast. Alien World Aquatics, thank you very much. I absolutely enjoy my pond, even with all its algae-ridden, furry stuff all over it. That's okay. So Ronded Rob, what did I do with those ugly worms? That's an understatement, ugly. These things were the creepiest things, and there was at least 3 of them, probably more, and I cannot wait till I get to the point where I can soak the rock in fresh water to see what they really look like when they come out, because I want to do some experiments with them. But right now, they're in my tank because I have to learn how to cycle a saltwater tank without using live rock and without using live sand. I just have a funny feeling that it's going to be 6 to 8 weeks. If I can't take any of the live rock from John's tank or the live sand, because apparently these worms can be in the sand, I don't know. But I'm doing some research, and my solution is I won a nano tank. It's like 16 gallons at my aquarium society annual auction, and I won the big prize, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to set that up with salt water, and once it's cycled, I'm going to move my Watchman goby and my pistol shrimp over, and I also have a little I keep wanting to calling it a rose goby, but I don't quite think that's her real name. But I call her my rose goby. I also call her a sand goby because she's the color of the sand. I just make up names for her. But those are my only 3 livestock in there, aside from my snails. And I'll move them over once the tank is cycled. And then somebody else said, why don't you just keep feeding the bristleworms and see how big they get? Like, just keep feeding them and have a nano tank of bristleworms. I think I would have nightmares of those bristleworms if I did that. But that's my solution. Is Aquafunk in the house? I'm out getting pizza at the slowest pizza joint ever. Well, as long as the pizza is good. That's all that matters. It's been, I do love my pizza. Hence the keto, because I really love pizza. It's amazing how supportive the fish community is. You guys are awesome. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, I can't even, because that is so true. So it's not just the fish community on YouTube, the YouTube creators that have aquariums. When I went to my local fish club, absolutely supportive. I think this is an amazing hobby with some amazing people. Hands down. Absolutely. So, Alien World Aquatics. My question to you is, how long have you been in the fish community? How long have you been keeping fish? Like, have you had fish a long time and just joined the YouTube world? We call it fish tubers. I'd love to know. I would love to know, because when I found the fish fam, the fish mob, the fish keeping community on YouTube, oh my gosh, my world changed. Now, I'm not talking about some of those groups on Facebook. There are some groups that don't allow that nastiness, and those I love, like Corey's group and KG Tropicals. And there's a lot of pages on Facebook that it's only positive. It's positive, encouraging, because why wouldn't we want fish keepers, young, new fish keepers, to enjoy the hobby? Why would you want, when they ask a question, just to beat them down? So there are some pages, but there's also some fish police that think they know things and got to tell you that you're doing it wrong, and I don't go for that. What kind of pizza? Liz is asking, what kind of pizza? Sounds delish. White cheese pizza. White cheese means it's cheese with lots of garlic. Hey, Shelby. Shelby's in the house. I'm sorry if you came in earlier and I missed you. It's the safest bet in getting bacteria in a bottle. Okay, I gotta pay attention. Getting bacteria in a bottle for saltwater tank, but shake it well for 2 minutes, that bottle, before pouring it in. Does that really work? Because I don't buy it for the fresh water, but then again, I just use my cycled media. It'd be interesting. I'm going to try it, though. I'm absolutely going to try it. Fingers tired. That's a lot of plants to separate. Oh, it just jumped again. Chewy says, yes, but Scott and John brought up good points that their old dog peoples do not know what they mean to the fish keeping hobby. Did I miss? Well, I remember their debate that in the last stream that they did was amazing. That is so true. And I love both their points. And I didn't think what John said was wrong at all or disrespectful. He did it very nicely. But you're right. You're right. There's a lot of people that, like, I'm brand new to the fish keeping hobby. When my grandbaby turned 2, I bought her first guppy. My first guppy. It was 2 years ago. I didn't even know how to cycle a tank. So all I know up till like a year ago of the fish keeping hobby is what I've learned on YouTube, going to the aquatic experience and meeting some people. And then when I joined my local fish club, they bring speakers in, and then I started seeing a whole world. My eyes were open that there's a whole lot of amazing fish keepers that do amazing things in the hobby that have nothing to do with YouTube. I will never see them unless I meet them in person or go to a certain convention and they still happen to be there. And you're right. I would not have known that if I hadn't joined my local fish club. And I know there's some people out there that don't have local fish clubs near them. So what they know is what they see on what they're learning, like on YouTube. But I loved that conversation that they had. It was, it brings to light, it always brings to light when I get to see another perspective on something. I'd like to see a video, please. Oh, yes, of the jackalopes. Absolutely. Alien World Aquatics. Keeping fish since 2001. That's good. So you've been doing this for 18 years, and I just joined the fish tubers about a month ago. I have 8 tanks so far, and this is what I do for a living. I teach martial arts to kids right now, but fish are my passion. How interesting. I think you're going to love the FishTube community. I hope you're on some of the pages that allow you to share your links. FishTube notifications, Team Green Alliance. We share tips and tricks on how fish tubers, what they do, like the cameras, the equipment that they use, how it progresses. Like Scott from King and Queen Cichlids is really good at showing how amazing photographs and videos can be done with a very affordable camera. So there's a lot of good people sharing a lot of good information. And if check out Corey's channel. I don't think he's doing it now anymore, the Sunday nights, but he's got a whole video playlist on being a fish tuber. I think it's really geared for a YouTuber, but it's also for fish tubing. Fish tubing? Yeah. You should check it out. You probably already have, but if you haven't, Aquarium Co-op, go to his playlist and look at his Sunday night YouTube instructional stuff. It's not really about fish, but it's more about how to create a YouTube channel sharing your fish passion. Let's see. Hello, Shelby. Oh, yeah, let's all be fish police. It's so easy. First of all, even if I'm sitting behind a computer, I'm not going to be mean. Like, I don't think that's right. I don't like when people are mean to me, so why would I be mean to somebody else? You know what I mean? But there are some people that when I was drinking, I used to call it like beer muscles. They think they're all tough and everything, and I guess it builds up some kind of self-esteem in them, but it's very sad. You could all just send them to me to separate. That's right, Pam. Okay, Dan, you can just send all your plants to her. She'll separate them all, and I'm sure she'll send them all back. Rainer Trofer, did you ever try real reef rocks? Yes, absolutely tried real reef rocks. And I think that is why today I have bristleworms in my tank. So I'm learning about this now that I moving forward, I am going to, like in my freshwater, in my freshwater fish keeping, I quarantine all my fish. I quarantine them. I don't necessarily medicate them, but I quarantine them for a couple of weeks. If they need some kind of medication, I'll give it, and I watch them. But I can't say that I did that with my corals. I can't say that I did that with my live rock. And I know I didn't do that with any of my fish because I don't have another tank set up cycled for saltwater. Now, this is my second go around that I'm setting up the saltwater tank, and I'm absolutely going to quarantine everything. I am going to make sure that I start off with the opposite of live rock. I don't think it's called dead rock, just rock. Or I'm going to cure the rocks that I use in my tank to make sure that there's no hitchhikers on it. When I get corals, if I go back and get corals again, because it was so expensive and so heartbreaking, I'll probably go back. And now I know which corals to stay away from, but I'm going to dip them. Some of the saltwater communities suggest dipping them twice. I'm going to really quarantine my saltwater. Nothing is going to come into my tank that could have a hitchhiker moving forward. I'm going to be diligent about it. So yes, I have tried real reef rocks, but I think I'm not going to this go around. There you go, Joe, making aquariums great again. Oh my gosh, everything jumped. I gotta run. See you later. Okay, see you later. I think I lost some. Where are the two new red-eared sliders? They're not going to come up when I'm out here chatting. They're not as social as the yellow belly. And their names are Rascal and Sonic. And they have two very different personalities. And they actually get along quite well. And I think what it is because they're in a 2,000-gallon pond, they have a very different attitude with each other than when they were in a 55-gallon tank. So In there, I made on the bottom level, I made a koi hide. So it goes down about 18 inches and is about 2 foot wide. And those red air sliders took that over. That is their new home. So they go under there, but I watch them from my bedroom is up there. I can see them when they're coming out, but they're not quite used to when I start walking around, they go right back under really fast. So you probably won't see them unless if you do, give them a shout out so I can turn around and see them. But the red air sliders are in there. They're about the size of dinner plates. They're a little over 8 years old, and they're just absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. I feel like there is some dude in Cincinnati squishing his sponge filter in a bottle. And can it quick start? Oh. Yeah, oh my God. I thought we were going to read those. But some people had, I don't know, DPK, is that accurate? Some people had used urine back in the day to cycle a tank. I can imagine they did a lot of things back in the day. There's amazing people. I got started with James Largo making me watch one of his videos of the Cichlid Shack. You have to check him out. Jeremy, have you heard of a place called the Reptile Zoo? Quick start. That's what I'm going to try, Aqua. Funkity funk, funk, funk. I'm going to try some quick start with my saltwater tank. Jeremy's Wild Studios in the house. What's up, Jeremy? Because it's straight up ammonia. Oh, it's not the worst idea. I got you. I think if I was going to use straight up ammonia, I would buy straight up ammonia. I don't think they sell used urine. Oh my God, you guys cracked me up. Anyone going to ACA in 3 weeks? Tangs and Tank is asking if anyone's going to the ACA. Corey's videos got me in the hobby. Low life, me too. And my nickname for him before I knew anything about anything was Guppy Guy. It was the Guppy Guy. And I'd watch him all the time because he spoke my language. He never spoke down to me. I remember when I was trying to understand the nitrogen cycle, he uses M&Ms. Now, great, he's probably talking to 8 and 10-year-old kids, but that was perfect for me. And I have met him in real life a couple times. And when we were at the Aquatic Experience, Liz and I, we sat with him at the table until we moved to the other table. And he is absolutely, genuinely nice guy. He's a nice guy. I mean, like a nice person, nice guy, which is great. Team Green Alliance. Thank you, Candy. And I see you put the Fish Tubers notification. They are two of many amazing fish pages. I don't do Facebook well. Like, are they pages or are they groups? They're on they're on Facebook, the groups, okay? They're on Facebook groups, and there's some good people. And let me tell you, if somebody starts to be mean to you, they'll shut that down quick. Lumpy Dog is saying that's creative for those Indiana folks. It's in Tuscan, Arizona has tons of reptiles. Oh, man, I love the reptiles. So, J-Dog, it's Orange County, Fountain Valley, California. It's about 35 minutes away from LAX Airport. That's funny that you say LAX Airport, because One Fish, Two Fish ROC, the ROC stands for the airport. It's funny that you're LAX. I live in St. Louis, and the zoo here has a whole reptile house full of mostly venomous snakes. That's pretty cool. We have a show here in right by King of Prussia, a little bit north of King of Prussia. It'll come to me. It's got venomous snakes in it, and I stay away from the venomous snakes. I don't know enough about snakes to go near venomous snakes. I mean, I'm all right around the ball python and the California king and the corn snakes and all those beautiful. I have blue tongue skink. I have bearded dragons. I have geckos. I have crested geckos, leopard geckos, mourning geckos. But those venomous snakes, I'll stay away from them. Alligator snapping turtle. Yeah, that is a gem to see. Jeremy says he quarantines his fish, but don't necessarily medicate them. Yeah. When I first started in the hobby, bedrock. Uh, when I first started in the hobby, I absolutely medicated them all. I used the trilogy of medications, and it worked out great. It worked great for me. And then I was really paying attention to like Rachel O'Leary, and she was talking about how she quarantines her fish, and she doesn't medicate unless needed. And I thought, and it was getting expensive, probably because I was probably buying too many fish. But so I started quarantining, and I do notice out of maybe 1 out of 5 times, or if I'm doing like pea puffers, if I get pea puffers, they're getting medicated, or if I get something that I know is wild caught, they're getting medicated. But they always get quarantined, so I like that too. If you dip the reef rock with bear grub killer, I heard a lot about bear grub killer from Bulk Reef Supplies. It will kill the worms and pests and then rinse the rocks 3 to 4 times. So DPK, that is exactly what I'm going to do with my new aquarium. I felt very guilty that I didn't do that with this aquarium, but I didn't know any better. And you don't know what you don't know. And then now that I have these bristleworms, and I know they're not harmful when they're little, they're detritus eaters. These things aren't little. Ugh. But now that I know about it and I did some research, I'm finding out I'm not the only one that their first saltwater tank is a little more laid back and not maybe as stringent. You just got to crash a tank and lose hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of fish and corals to realize, like, wow, I'm going to do it different. Dead rock, bedrock. That's right. Dry rock. Thank you, Liz. Dry rock. Fred rock. I got a sale on the P promo code. Aqua P. Here you go. Aqua Funk. Is that 20% off? Because I'm not buying used urine for more than 20% off. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Oh, I totally lost the chat. Pure ammonia doesn't foam. It has bubbles. I missed so much stuff. I'm going to have to go back and read this all. I'm missing so much good stuff. Thirsty Rabbit, thanks to you. I'm just going to start where I'm here, and then I'll go back. Shelby Ray says, I got clean, drug-free urine. It's worth big bucks. Hey, I work in HR, and we do drug testing, and there is such a thing called a Whizzinator, anatomically correct, temperature correct, that can hold your clean urine. Let me tell you, drug addicts go to all length. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. Bob's in the house. Nope, no alcohol, smoking. Yep, I'm with you on that one, Bob. Who just joined my YouTube family? Bob's Organic Ammonia. Oh my gosh. Clean urine, clean tanks. It sounds like a pretty good motto. But I really think I'm going to stay away from the used urine on my new saltwater tank. I think I'm going to stick with Bear, the dip that they were talking about. Oh, Crystal. Hi, Crystal. Crystal's in the house. Aquafunk is going to send Heath something. So let's all watch Thirsty Rabbit. Thanks to you for that unboxing. It just got a lot more interesting. That's right. Kyle. Hey, Kyle. Do you have any big plans for the 4th? Actually, I have off on the 4th of July, Friday, the 5th, Saturday, and Sunday. So I have a 4-day long weekend, and I'm going to do some yard work. I'm going to go camping. I have tons and tons of plans. But they change all the time. What are you doing? I just, for my Mother's Day gift from my 4 kids, they helped clean up my yard, my 4 daughters. And one of which that I threw away was my grill because it was busted. I need a grill because let me tell you, I'll be grilling some hamburgers and hot dogs because that's all about keto. So I got the hamburgers and hot dogs, but I got to get a grill. That song, I don't like spiders or snakes, but that ain't what it takes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Alice Cooper. That's right. Alice Cooper. Only women bleed. Good day, Crystal. Oh, don't make me sing on YouTube. It's not a pretty sight. I'm going to try your pond idea at our campsite. I'm telling you, when I set up, this is where I met Thirsty Rabbit, thanks to you online. Is I was camping and I set up a summer tub camping because I figure who doesn't set up and breed fish while they're camping, right? And I posted the video and he replied, I forget what it was, but it was so funny that if he had set up a summer tub while camping with his mates, they'd be fishing in his tub, catching his fish and eating it. I knew from those couple comments that Heath and I were going to be good friends. Alien World is back. Welcome back. There's No Salt BP doing her stuff again, joining people's families. I love it. Jeremy's leaving. Bye, Jeremy. What time is it? I know wild garlic extract with ginger extract will kill worms. In salt water? That would be good to know. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I'm so stinking excited. And I'm doing a video on it. But it's going to be a long time because I don't know if he's going to survive. I've got a mud skipper. This is my first brackish water tank. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to show everybody my mud skipper. And I know I've said in the past, oh, I saved this one, I rescued this one. This one I absolutely rescued. It was dying. The other one in the tank died. The second one died as she was fishing them out. The third one died before I got to the register. So this fourth one was a lone survivor. And oh man, I am loving this. I'm absolutely loving this mud skipper thing. Okay. So I almost forgot to tell you. And because a part of me wants to I want to make sure he's okay. But he's just too good not to share with people. Thanks for the advice. Do I use a GoPro camera? I do. I put a GoPro camera in my pond, in my tubs. And the problem, not that there's a problem, but I get back about an hour and a half worth of footage that I literally scrub through second by second to see good clips. And then I'll get message storage full. So I have to make sure if I'm doing GoPro and I'm looking at it, I have to absolutely delete what I did, delete what I didn't want as I look at it before I upload it because it will freeze everything. I think my GoPro is in 1080 or 4K. It's beautiful. It's not mine. It's my friend Kyle's. He lives downstairs. Him and Amy they live downstairs. Amy's my oldest. And Kyle's the son I never had. I was going to say Kyle's the son I never wanted. I'm just kidding, Kyle. But it's his GoPro, and he lets me use it. So it's awesome. It's amazing. It just fills up my storage really, really fast, and I struggle with storage so bad. So bad. I mean, I tried the hard drive disk. I've tried. If anybody knows anything about Synology NAS systems, I would love to know how YouTubers use the Synology NAS to store things, how they store them, how they retrieve them, like how they organize it, because that's my next adventure. Candy has mud skippers too. Oh my gosh, Candy. I would love to talk to you about mud skippers because the information I'm getting, these are African mud skippers that I have, is a little funky. Oh, I can't wait to show you, Shelby. I cannot wait. They lost 3 on the way to checkout. Yes, I lost. There was one that there was 4 in the tank. The first one, I was like, I don't think that one's alive. I'll take 3 of them. And they were $30 each. And that was beyond my budget. But they were mud skippers. They weren't even labeled yet. So I think they just came into my local fish store. And she went to get the bag. And as she was bagging them, a second one was already gone. So I asked, I'd like, because like clown loaches like to lie in the bottom of the tank. I'm like, do they do that? Is it supposed to be like? She goes, no, I don't think it made it. So I said, I'll take the two. And then I'm asking her, do you have it in brackish water or did you put it in fresh water? She goes, oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about them. And the water was kind of dirty. Otherwise, I would have tasted it to see if it was brackish, but I was not doing that. But anyway, by the time I got up to, I almost got, sorry. By the time I got up to the register, the third one had already gone. So I made sure I showed him. I said, I'm only paying for one. And she asked if I wanted to rebag them. And I was like, I don't even want you touching them. I just want to go home and get. So anyway, I got home. I had a terrarium set up for tree frogs that the tree frogs are now in another terrarium, palindarium. So, and it had some moss in the water. And I quickly turned that into brackish water. And I tested it with my little telescope. What's it called? I forget what it's called. But you know what I mean. And I tested it and got in there. And I put them in there. And it was just a temporary holding cell. Yeah, temporary holding cell. I said that. So he has room to swim, land, and everything while I'm setting up a 55-gallon for him. And I don't know how I'm ever going to get him out. He's so quick. He's so fast. It's got substrate on the bottom, so he goes under the substrate. I keep putting, guppy fry in there. I put some dubia roaches in there. He's a great eater. He seems to be doing very well. He's as cute as could be with his two bug eyes on top. Oh my gosh. I've only had him like 3 days and I'm absolutely in love with this mud skipper. Oh my gosh. I've never been in your basement. Who said that? Okay. Wait a minute. Kyle, I've never been in your. Oh, you. I get it now. Kyle, that lives in my basement. Different Kyle. Actually, he's any of graphics and supplies. Let's see. Do I have it? Do I have my little cue? I got my cue. I'm learning how to put vinyl on material because of these guys. My kids have a business, any of graphics and supplies, and it's putting vinyl on. I made Elizabeth from One Fish, Two Fish ROC. I gotta say One Fish, Two Fish ROC. I made her a shirt practicing my new skills. So it's pretty. Oh, and I made this out of the vinyl, right? So it's that Kyle. It's a different Kyle. Mine is an Indian mud skipper. Okay, Candy, I got to see what the difference are. I'm sure there's differences because I just see the blue tongue skink is so different, the Australian northern that I have from some Indonesian. So I'm sure they're very, very different. I need to collect some freshwater clams today, quarantine them for 6 months. Wow. Is that how long you would quarantine? Now, somebody told me that freshwater clams are an amazing filtration system, but they're hard to keep. Wondering about Aussie mud skippers. Wonder if Dr. Black is around. I would love. I swear, Australia has the best reptiles that I. Not that a mud skipper is a reptile, but it has the best reptiles. When Heath was saying that when I got my blue tongue skink, I got them running through my yard all the time. That would be so cool to look in the backyard and see a blue tongue skink. Oh no! I read something before it jumped around that the pet store I bought them from dropped one and it couldn't find it. Oh, that's just wrong. That is just wrong. Yeah, I was like, just give me. I just want to get home. Just use some craft mesh to slowly black them off and then catch them. Oh, yeah, I am not talented, but that's okay. You're very kind. Refractometer. Did I say that right? Refractometer? Oh, Tom, you're so cool. Refractometer. Refractometer. That's not the telescope. That's what that telescope thing is. I had two. I had the kind you look through, and then you can see the salinity level. And then I had the plastic one that you dip in and you could see it. But John wanted to keep that one, so I got the really cool one that you kind of shine up in the light and you can see what the salinity level is. And I am keeping it at 0.004 0.004. I got it between 0.003 and 0.005 because I had it a little too high when I first set it up. And thank you, Tom, for letting me know that. And I pulled it down a little bit. I love that mud skipper. Oh my gosh. Tazawa Tanks has African. I watched his video. Maybe I'll message him. I have his email. Like, I messaged him once before because he is so sweet. He is so nice. What did he want? I had something he wanted. I forget now. And I was like, oh, you would have thought I was like big fangirl. I'm like, oh my gosh, Tazawa's talking to me. What did he want? I forget. Oh, the arm wrestling thing with the King of DIY. I captured that on film. I thought that was so way cool. So way cool. Guessing that rabbit can't pull a doctor out of their hat. Boy, did I miss something there? That's okay, though. Oh, yeah, I think that is where I was first introduced to the mud skippers. I'm going to talk to Paul Sherman from the New Jersey Aquarium Society. NJAS. Is that the one up by New York, or is that the one down by Tom's River? NJAS. I think that's the one up by New York. I'm going to talk to Paul Sherman because I really want this one to thrive. And I want to give him the best possible, like, I want to give him a palace. I want this mud skipper to have a palace to live in. Somebody's leaving. Who's leaving? Ray's leaving. Bye, Ray. Just like the Texas cichlids I catch in my backyard. Yeah, exactly. There's people like in Florida that go to streams and catch things. And well, we can catch things here too. I just don't know how to do that yet. I've never gone on a collection trip. And I would love to. I don't even own a net. I have my net for my pond, but I think I'd look like a dork if I showed up with my net from my pond on a collection site, on a collection trip. Joe, I would take every Texas you could send me. Oh, we're not going to talk about sending fish to Australia. Shh, on the down low. Oh, no, no. No, no, no. I don't think we're allowed to do that. The ones here are huge. I want to see Texas guppies. I got to go. Oh, thank you, Candy. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's 1:15 already. It's 1:15 already. Let me catch up. Bye, Candy. Everyone's saying goodbye. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to end the live stream. I didn't realize it was this late. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for being so patient with me in the beginning that I couldn't even get online. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You all stayed with me and you jumped over to the live stream. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to go back and read this because I think I've missed a whole lot. It says the new YouTube rules cost $3.99 per video upload, and you'll need 100,000 subs and 1 million. Oh, Lumpy, you're so funny. Lumpy, Lumpy, Lumpy. Thank you, guys. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you guys, if I don't see you, have an amazing 4th of July. Thanks for joining me, and I can't wait till next Sunday. This is the awkward where I didn't really push the button. I say bye. I'm still here.